I can see that 2014 we have more participants at the ICD. Congratulations, Dr. Mark. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, dear member of parliament, it's a big honor for me to be here today and to share with you some information regarding the creativity in the DRC. And also for the women's, in 2 days we will celebrate it, the Women's National Day, so please accept today my congratulations for that. But before anything, okay. Okay, as I said, we would like to thank Dr. Mark Donfried, the president of the Cultural Diplomacy Institute, who wanted us to be part of this reflection today. The creativity of the economy, education, entrepreneurship, and tourism as a driver of sustainable economy, the case of Democratic Republic of Congo. Ladies and gentlemen, the sustainable economy in Africa is a very interesting topic indeed, taking into consideration its relevance in Africa. And Africa plagued by serious problem of all kids, we will come back later on. It is important before discussing our theme of today to give a small framework so that we will have an adequate perception about what we are going to discuss. The first point will be the framework. The sustainable economy is one that assumes a development that meets the current needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So, the sustainable economy is not a balanced condition, but rather a process of change in which the exploitation of resources, the choice of investments, the orientation of technical development, and the institutional changes are determined based on both the current and the future needs. The second point will be the creativity of the economy as a driver of sustainable economy. The creative economy, which includes audiovisual products, design, new media, performing arts, publishing, and visual arts, is one of the booming sectors of the world economy, both in terms of income generation, job creation, and exports. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, the economy is going very well, even if it's still a few difficulties related to some non-economical factors. We continue to see the proliferation of small and medium enterprise in the art of visual entertainment, with thousands of musical groups and popular drama groups through the country. Gradually, it has been notified that the appearance of the film industry in Congo long dormant, with particular documentary and other films. The television channels and radio stations are pumping up everywhere across the country with several creeds. Some are regarding religions, some are political, others cultural, or gathering all this. We are also witnessing the explosion of the publishing industry, in particular with a multitude of headlines appearing in the DR Congo. This area is in a period of building so far, at still mostly concentrated at the newspaper publishing, while it may extend to the printing media and all this sector. Here, I'd like to let you know that we have a very nice experience of free expression, because everyone can have his newspaper, daily newspaper, publishing what he wants to do, publishing regarding the political side, publishing regarding the business. So I think on this matter, the Congo have improved itself. While this sector has not yet generated expected revenues, it's clear that it is an important part of the Congolese population. Kinshasa, for example, you can read a newspaper without buying it, because it's some place in the public street where someone can put all the newspaper, the daily newspaper, and then people can come and read and make comments and write what they want to write about the publishing of the day. The third one will be education as a driver of sustainable economy. Education is the basis of development of human society. It is inevitable that a society that expresses the need to move to a sustainable economy can adapt its education system to meet the challenges of sustainable economy. The DR Congo is doing all one can to observe this rule somehow by incorporating into the academic curriculum. The lessons and options that highlight the need to preserve biodiversity ecosystem. At the university level, the teaching and options have been integrated in almost all faculties, as evidenced by the example of the University of Kinshasa. Kinshasa is the capital of the DRC. The Postgraduate School of Regional Development and Integrated Management of Tropical Forests and Territories. I'd like to let you know that in Congo, as the middle of Africa, we have a lot of schools with, in French we say, École d'intégration régionale. So all the Africans can come there to experiment all the biodiversity system, to experiment all the climate change and so on. It is the same at the primary and secondary school, where programs have been adapted to achieve this goal. Far from being a more slogan, the Congolese education system trains through to the actual management of a sustainable economy. The fourth point will be entrepreneurship as the driver of sustainable economy. Entrepreneurship, developed by the economist Joseph Schumpeter, refers in a general way the ability to initiate to the enterprise. And when it is combined with that, the sustainable economy, green economy, this simply gives a good result. Companies are able to meet the ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable member of parliament, in the DRC, there are several whole sectors which are mobilized to preserve the environment. Thus, as we said above, the tourism sector, for example, is now designed and managed so as to preserve the ecosystem. The agriculture sector, including forestry, fishing, the DR Congo is the first African country in point of view of the extent of its forests. And most important for the preservation of the global environment. The energy sector is not left with 100,000 megawatts, representing 13% of a global potential of the hydropower related to the clean energy. It is clear that efforts are still needed in many sectors of our economy, even in the mining sector and hydrocarbon sectors. The Congolese government produced legislation, facilitates and regulated business, often with the cooperation of international organizations or with some states in respect of the biodiversity. The last point will be tourism as a driver of sustainable economy. Country with high tourism vocation, that's the DRC. The DRC has enormous potential in this area in which it manages while preserving the ecosystem, and all of this can be observed in particular too. The first point will be the diversity of wildlife. We have 7 national parks, in which 5 are classified by UNESCO as World Heritage. We have 57 reserves, and hunting are hosting large and small African animals and our species such as the okapi, bonobo, you will have the screen with you, and the white rhinoceros. To see the okapi, the only way you can see it is only in Congo. So I beg your pardon, try to make your trip to Congo and to see in life okapi. We have also 3 botanical gardens and 3 biosphere reserves. Another point is the multiplicity of cultural and historical sites scattered in all provinces. The original of these natural sites, the specify of natural assets characterized by the abundance, beauty, Congo river falls with countless more attractive. Every year, the Congo have at least more than 1,000 European people and Asian people going only to visit Congo River and to see the falls, because it's so beautiful that there's no way to bring it here for you. The opportunities to access several areas and tourist markets from inside as outside the country. The opportunity to develop several forms of tourism and produce large-scale service to develop a paradise that has not yet revealed all its emergence. Ladies and gentlemen, for the moment, our government and our state, our president, Mr. Joseph Kabila, who is one of the younger presidents in the world, are very make good legislation for all of you, for tourism, for infrastructure, for school, for everything. So in conclusion, we can say that the most striking result in the sustainable economy depends the effort for the preservation of the biodiversity, cultural diversity, the promotion of knowledge and gender equality. Yesterday, we had the second forum for women in Congo, but it was only for the Francophone country speaking. But anyway, they talk about the gender, they talk about the young people going to school, they talk about to give more the women place in the school and in the work area. The rationale of use of mineral resource to combat climate change, to prevent natural disaster, but also to work on the way to reduce poverty. All of this should naturally go through the peace and the human security, as well as the acquisition of essential sustainable lifestyle. But for what regarding the DRC, the efforts are still needed, particularly in political, economic, and social cultural matters. Our country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, is struggling to find the most appropriate solution to its problem. It's released on the contribution of all of you and all of the international community. Thank you very much for your attention and kind to this day. And I'm ready to answer some questions because you know that following the time, we cannot talk too much. So please, thank you.